Will it turn? Nope. What's good, gang?
What's good?
You know what it is. It's a sunny day. Hanging with my dogs, hanging with my killers, hanging with my shooters.
One shooter.
We got CJ, we got Arturo, gang, gang. Gang, gang. We got Unk. Unk.
What's good?
Let's start it out nice.
Okay.
What's the old head wisdom of the day?
Limit your baby mamas.
Limit your baby mamas. You heard it here first.
One and done. Yes, sir.
One and done, and that's all you need. Coming from the old head himself. Let's take a little tour. I'm gonna hop on the old Long Beezy and see what we got. We got my car. We got Boss Fam's minivans. Might go down the track. We got old Ray's Corvette. We got the shop vet sounding so good. Someone's in it, but it ain't Boss Man. Let's check out who's in this shop car. Whoa!
Hi.
Mama Satera, what you doing?
Getting ready to go skedaddle.
Getting ready to do a 10-5, baby. Let's see it. Sounds so good. We got one viewer in here. All normal viewers are here. I don't know how to turn that off. Your light's on, Jeremy.
There should be a little lightning bolt on there somewhere.
There ain't. Well, fam, somehow I did the old head thing where you turn the phone light on, don't know how to turn it off. So, you know, you gotta love it. But we got Arturo's Mini. Arturo, what'd you run? 14.6. He says 14.6. That's slow as shit.
What'd you run?
Bone stock was just a diff. 14.1. Big dog. Big dog. Big dog.
Barely.
That's crazy.
He had four miles more. He went 100. He went 96.
Oh, it was disconnected from Wi-Fi. Sorry, guys. We got 4 of you in here. Can't connect to my Chevrolet. What up, Mr. Rex? How's life treating you, baby? What's up, baby? How you doing? You want to introduce yourself?
What up, y'all?
We got everyone here. I didn't recognize you at first. My bad. Come over here. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. What it do, Melissa? What do you guys think this thing's gonna run? E85, catless mid pipes, drop-in filter, catback, and the old Satera sauce on her. Look at this pretty ass thing. Golly, this car's gorgeous in the sun. Knocked it out of the park with that rap choice. Mark, you're here in heart. We all can feel your love here, Mark. Hi guys, I'm having connection issues, so if I drop away, that's why. Sorry, not really. I can't do anything about it. We're in the sticks.
Oh, yeah.
Did she short shift?
Huh?
It sounded like
she spun, yeah.
Huh.
She tried manual that time.
Okay.
We're trying to get the RPM out of it, so.
Gotcha. So what's our best so far? Or are we keeping this secret? 11.1 at
122?
122. 11.1 at 122. And I don't know if they do stock, but not that.
What, 1800 or something DA at the time that
Oh,
happened?
yeah.
So
It's kind of hot and nasty out today, folks. So it's not the best.
won't get traction.
Won't get traction. Won't get air. Won't get nothing. Our boy Dan is stuck at 11.5s.
Oh, he did one. 11-1.
Oh, you did an 11.1? Oh, Dan. No 10.0? No 10.9?
He let off her.
Dan. Dan!
Oh, Jeff's going.
Why'd you let off? Oh, she just texted you with sad face. Why'd you let off, buddy?
I don't know. I just wasn't feeling it.
He wasn't feeling it having a 10.
TK's blue.
His TK's blue. Look at him.
Did it blow?
Not yet, he says. Not yet. Okay, we got old Jeff. Oh man, run the Mazda. The people want to see it. Yeah, they do. Melissa, you ain't even here. What are you doing watching the stream, girl? Goodness gracious. It's okay. You'll get it back in blood, girl. You will get you. You'll get you that 11.1, that 10.9. She ain't trying to get too shitty with it. Larry, I would have to double check that. I do not know off the top of my head. I'll have to double check with the head honcho on that. Little OG perp action gang. Even soft on us, Jeff. Can't be doing that. 12.2 at 123. What do you think about that? You're on the live now.
More. It needs more.
Needs more. Needs more what?
Working? I don't know. It needs more boost.
Needs more everything. You gotta tell him. All right. I think we're here till like 3, so we got plenty more fun shit to go on. I kind of want to scumbag Jay into gutting the car. I know he won't, but I love me a tin can. There she comes. Looky, looky. I need a gimbal, guys. I'm so sorry this is so shaky. Literally nothing I can do. My hands are tied. You're just gonna have to love it. So how's y'all's Friday? Mine's pretty gosh darn good because I'm at a racetrack. I can't complain there. I know my boy Mark Avey. Everyone pray for Mark. The government, they said, you can't come to the track day. But I want to see who else wants to run. Ray, are you running again? In that slow Corvette of yours?
I'm on. Really? You talking about slow? Didn't you walk Dave? Who?
Did you walk Dave?
No.
Oh. Did Dave walk you? Oh. Did Jeremy walk you in your own car? He did. You went what, 11.5?
I went 11.5, Jeremy went 11.1.
Yeah. 11.5 in that thing? Jay hopped in 11.1. Driver mod, yo. Driver mod. We are at BYRON Dragway in beautiful Byron, Illinois.
That is the first time, yeah.
We got live action. Feller in the comments, my boy Larry Bronner is asking, what do we typically see a TRX run with our level 1 on 93?
Level 1 is solid 11s, high 11s. Yeah.
High 11s, baby. Now, you don't just gotta stop at that level 1. If you want to get real tricky with it, you just go turbos. And on low boost, you make the level 1 power. You get to beat out on 93. And then all you 5, sorry about that, throw some E85 in that jaunt and up the boost, and you make 1,000, and you go real freaking fast. So I'm telling you guys, turbos are the future. They are the wave. They are everything. The blowers, they're sick. They sound amazing. But man, those turbos are great. We're gonna be here till 3 today. We're gonna be in the track till 3. We got big old Bob. We got Bad Daddy Bobby. Yeah, Bob. Yeah, Bob. Let's see a 9-1, Bob. Let me run on up there. Little boost of street bike action, all NA. Bob doesn't fuck around with that. Let's get it, Bob. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. 9.5 at 140. Ain't that something? I don't know if y'all can see that. Whoop. Okay, well, I can't zoom in because the camera breaks, fellas. Sorry about that. That's old Bob. So he's our factory trained Mopar tech. So when you guys send your cars in and you know, a hand grenade went off on your wiring harness and you need diagnostic on it, Bob's the boy for that. He is a wizard at that type of stuff. All the computerized systems and all that. The GOAT, man. So if you ever had your car here for Diag, you just saw who got to work on it. And big bike guy. He has a Chevelle, but he's only ever talked about it. Never seen it. I don't actually think it exists. And yeah, y'all got a friend like that? I got this car, it's so fast, and then you never see it. His just doesn't run. He had like a motor for it, sitting on something like that. No one is running. It was way popping a bit earlier. So I want to see I want to see if we run the van. Are we running the van?
No, I can't.
Why not?
Why not?
Because you got a blown shock, bro.
Blown shot and she has a bunch of girl snacks in it.
Send
I'm
it.
gonna preserve those snacks.
Are you gonna run the Lincoln?
I will.
What was your time last year?
Shit. Like 17 something?
17.9 at 80 miles an hour.
Which one of you are gonna go
I'm
again?
faster than you then.
But yeah, if you didn't know, Cam, what,
I didn't go back to the future. Let me put it
what
that
did
way.
you run though?
Not
Let us
back-
know.
Not back to the future.
What that Mazda do?
83 at 16 something.
16.8.
Hey, it is what it is.
Hey, but
That's
you got that tune on there.
With no turbo.
You would have been like a 17.5 without that Satera sauce.
Yes, without the Satera sauce.
And you said you went a 14.5?
1466.
1466. Gotcha. 96 ain't bad. He's got them snow tires on it, so he's got
Got the extra grip.
that DIY drag pack.
That soft compound, bro.
He's got soft compound. Okay. Real rally driver here.
Yes, he is.
Really. Honest to God, he's pretty good on gravel. He took me in the Subaru and did some sketchy shit, and I felt pretty confident in him. Gotta give him his flowers. It was like in a residential neighborhood. We're just like driving around a pond.
It was in construction.
It was in construction, but there were people living in houses.
Tokyo Drift.
We come around this pond, go up this hill, and there's like a family walking there.
There really is a light on.
Oh, yeah, I don't know how to turn that off.
Thought she was about to cut through some houses.
How do you get that off?
I don't know.
I don't know how you turned it on. Once you got it, it turned on.
Yeah.
Do you shake it? Does that do it?
No, I don't know.
That works for iPhones.
Yeah, not Android.
Are we gonna get a copyright strike from the music?
We might.
Tell it.
That's why I told the people that are hanging out with us live.
What's your AI assistant's name?
Ray, get on the live stream.
It's not Siri, I think
I
it's
turned it
Bixby.
off. I don't know. I turned it off.
'Cause you can say-
Whatever. It's fine.
You can tell it. Hey, it's
Just turn off.
Well, it's because I switched the camera. Smart guys. Oh, these guys are funny.
So he was just watching us, so no one saw his struggle face going on.
No, I see his struggle face.
You just had to point at us so no one could see the old man.
Yeah, doing it the whole time. Jeff, see everybody?
We love Jeff.
Usually he watches. Is Blake in here? I don't know if Blake's in here yet.
Where'd B go?
I had to turn.
I don't even, he, didn't,
Once we get the 60-foot line down on it, then it'll be.
he doesn't even have double-digit boost yet.
Yeah.
That was literally single digits. What's going on, everybody?
It just makes like
Part
1,000 foot-pounds on the hit, basically. That's the problem.
Right. So,
Get it all
yeah,
right.
Why were you watching in the return of what?
we're yeah,
Pulled up the
right.
stream and started watching and commenting on the return route. And I'm like looking around, I'm like, the car ain't even back
I
yet.
messaged you and know that there's
Well, it's because he's on
And I
the
was on the
phone.
phone, I saw the little sad face come through. And I'm like, oh, she's
Yeah, so we're just out here having fun, everybody. No 8s yet. Maybe we'll see an 8 out of Jeff once we get this 60-foot dialed in. We're getting there. Finally got a pass out of it with no wheel spin. So now we're going to ramp up the boost out of it. But sadly, the C8 just isn't getting traction. So kind of explain why. We'll get down here for those that aren't aware. So tires, you can see, these are just the factory tires that come with it. And if you see all the rocks on here, right? So our first pass, after driving 45 minutes here, letting it sit for a little bit, first pass was an 11.1 with the 1.760 foot, dead hooked. Every pass after that, it's blowing the tire off. These cars do not like burnouts either. So it's very difficult to clean that tire off. So we're going up with literally rocks and dirt because they prep one side of the track for radials and the other side for slicks and street tires. So the street tire section, they don't prep too much, but there's still residual glue on it. So after making a pass or two, we just constantly pick stuff up as we drive back down the track and everything like that. So we just unlocked launch control yesterday. I was dead hooking on the street. I mean, I was pulling 2.7, 2.8, 0 to 60s based on the timer in the car. No problem. Came out confidently. First one went a little soft, and it dead hooked, of course. I did the 11.1, and now we're struggling with low to mid 11s because it just won't hook. And if you watch the pass it made, the wife even spun down the track when we shifted. So it's just one of those. I don't have radials on it yet. just wanted to get, you know, baseline numbers. So DA right now is over 2,000. So it's not, you know, the best ideal day for an NA car. But for what it is, it gives us, you know, base numbers for anybody that doesn't know. You know, that's kind of what to expect out of it. So I did do a 60 to 130 on the way and still did the 9.1, 9.2 like we recorded before. So not bad in 1,500 plus DA. So yeah, it's, you know, little bolt-on car. I mean, what more do you expect out of it? You know, it's one of those. I know she has 10s in her if we can get the tire to hook today. So that was the other thing is the first pass out, we just let it auto shift. We know we can get a lot more RPM by manually shifting. So yeah, we're playing with that, but we can't 60 footer anymore. So even if I can try to get a 1.9 60 foot, I think with the extra RPM now, you know, we'll be able to probably pull in a 1090 hopefully. So race car 2, another one we did, a little bolt-on E85 car. He's the same thing. You can see his tires. We'll walk up. It's the same exact thing. This is what happens with street tires at the track, guys. Now you know, we can do a little burnout on his, a little bit easier being a manual, but I mean, you can see all of the rocks, right? So BYRON killing it with the prep, just sucks for street tires. That's all. Especially a car with the DCT trans that won't, you know, it's very tricky. So it shuts down quite a bit. So overall though, so far we're all having fun, having a good time. Sadly had a lot of cars back out last minute due to braking or not being done yet. So we're making the most of it and having a good time. We don't get to take breaks and get to the track. Of course Bob had to be loud during that moment, but Bob's rocking it out. He brought both his bikes out. One running mid-9s, the other running 10.0s. So he's dialing in his bike. He races in a lot of classes and everything. So but yeah, we're having a lot of fun. I think we did have a jet car that went a handful of times. I think they're done for the day. We were hoping to see that on the live for you guys too. But yeah, overall, we're just having a good time. So let's see what Bob's gonna run. We're too far away for me to record it, but you can probably hear it in the background. Let's see. 10-1, 131. So yeah, that's what we're doing.
We having fun, gang.
Wait, did you tell me what your 300 ran?
Went 14.1 at 100, baby. Last year it was, the best was like a 14.3 at like 93 or so. Literally all I changed is just a 306 over the 282. So put a gear in your car, be a man.
There you go. Is the gear worth it? Yes.
Yes. I mean, if you buy a Getrag new, it's like $2,300. The axles is like $2,000. If you buy everything new from the dealer, it's like $5,000 for a swap. Not worth it. But if you can get it used and it's good quality, go for it.
There you go. So I guess that will lead us into our could you, should you, and question. So
Jeff, give me a could you, should you right now. Right now.
Could you, should you keep turning your car up if you haven't figured out the first half of the track?
All right, if you didn't hear that, could you, should you? Could you turn your car up? So turbo car, add boost, blower car, pulley down. Put timing in, whatever the case may be, if you haven't figured out the first half of the track. Well, I guess that depends on what you're trying to do, right? So if you're trying to dial in shift points or something along those lines, sure, because then you can see where it's shifting on the back half with power. But if you're really going for ET, you know, and best time, obviously if you're not 60 footing, there's no point in the back half, right? So the mile an hour will generally stay the same and tell you what power you're making, so you can gauge what the ET would be, but the abuse and everything on the car. So that's where Jeff's at now. His car was built for roll racing, so this is a unique circumstance where we're just playing with it and seeing if we can get it to hook and see what we can do with it. So that's right now we got a decent little leave, so we're gonna start to turn it up. But yeah, you don't want to leave it 25 pounds of boost if you can't 60 foot. I mean, it's just a lot of abuse there. So trying to pull it down. I mean, you're your own man, Brandon. You can do it. You're somewhere back there behind the trailer somewhere, so you can pull it down. Yeah. So
could you, should you foot brake or leave off idle on a PD blower car?
Well, that's a good question. So I mean, that goes for any car.
Right.
I mean, this is going to be, you know, how should you leave, right? So he's bringing up Dan's car back. Where's Dan's car? Oh, he's tucked back behind there.
Somewhere over there.
Somewhere over here. Right over there. So Dan is a low compression 5.7 with a big PD blower. So the problem he's having is when he's leaving, there's no boost, right? So
PD.
A PD blower. So
He's a centrifugal.
I mean centrifugal blower, sorry. So his is centrifugal blower. So, you know, he's leaving, he has no boost. So it's basically a low compression 5.7 with no boost leaving. He's not, it's gonna, and all-wheel drive, so he's got all that weight, right? So he's dead hooking, but he has no torque behind it. Now the thing is back halfing like crazy because it's a big centrifugal, so, you know, back half it's, you know, it's pulling up, but that's the struggle he's having right now. So on a PD blower, it's going to be based on your setup. So generally, you know, PD blowers make a lot of low end torque, so you don't need a lot of RPM out of it. So you want to leave under your peak torque range because of how much torque it makes, right? Unless you have a full drag suspension setup, a 15-inch slick, I mean, it's going to be hard to dead hook. So our Hellcat powered vehicles, we generally tell them to leave off idle. So the other reason behind it too, torque converters generally will flash higher with more torque when it's introduced. So on a car like Dan's, where it's low compression, no boost, it's not making torque. So although he has a 3200 stall, it's going to grab well below that when he starts leaving the line. Whereas on the PD blower, if you slap off idle, it's going to flash a little bit higher than if you were to foot brake it, because foot brake starts to introduce torque that's very low, so the torque converter starts to grip a little bit. So every car is a little different based on the setup, and you can discuss with us based on your combo on, you know, what works best. But generally we tell everybody start, unless you're a turbo car, leave off of idle and we'll build it off of there. So
Should you go out and make an NA pass with coolant under temp or at temp? So let's say my coolant's like 140 because my car's been sitting. Should I wait and let it get up to
in
temp?
the shade.
Or should I just...
Yeah, let's sit next to each other.
Oh,
all right.
We're doing different.
We're doing the opposite. Well, I don't know if they tell. So the question is, should you make passes and abuse the car before you're at operating temp? So the answer to that is I have not only track testing but dyno testing results that show you will net better horsepower if your coolant and your oil is at operating temp. So we always say the objective is to get your fluids at operating temp, but try to get the coldest air possible. So, you know, that's one of the tricky things with the NA cars is, you know, up at the line, I can tell you that our IATs are skyrocketing. So sometimes the 60-foot struggles a little bit. So that's one of those where, you know, it's kind of the battle. But ideally, you will make more horsepower, more reliable horsepower if your coolant, your oil are at proper operating temperature. So,
well, I definitely went up to the line at like 120, if that.
Well, there you go. That's maybe how you'll get your next pass.
Yeah.
Let it warm up, but you don't want to get too hot, don't want to heat soak. So that's one of the
follow up on that one with all that heat is I have a big old intake up there that's just hot. Should I keep my cold air, which is not, it's sucking in hot air. Should I keep that intake or should I run open throttle body? Obviously velocity stack's the way to go, but if you're at a track and you don't happen to have that, what's the boss man saying?
So if Chris is in here watching, I think I saw his name earlier, All Motor Rex. We have been doing a ton of testing. I mean, this man's been through his own modified intakes and everything like that. So we see that a enclosed setup is optimal for leaving the line. So we've run his, you know, 10.7 on his car with a stock airbox. And then the only thing is we discovered on the big end, it started kind of choking up just slightly, just a little bit. So we're trying right now to come up with a solution for the best of both worlds. But an open element flows more on the big end, but struggles down low, which can sacrifice the 60-foot, kind of like what we were talking about. So again, as I say, don't change something until you hit the restriction or the limiter on it. And the factory airboxes flow very, very well. Chris's car, for example, is making over 520 horsepower at the wheel. So that's over 600 crank on an NA car. And think about this, Hellcats come from the factory and they make 630 wheel all day long stock with an enclosed box, right? So it's one of those I would recommend you, if performance is what you're looking for, to try and do an enclosed setup as much as possible until you do hit that airflow restriction. And you can argue all you want, but we literally have dyno sheets and you know, track times to prove it. So yeah, I mean, that's my recommendation. If performance is what you're after, utilize, you know, factory or, you know, enclosed setups as much as possible until you can't anymore. So we'll see what we got in store to kind of offer something aftermarket for for the best of both worlds, something that flows very well and also allows, you know, an enclosed setup. So, but good question.
Could you, should you leave your car at stock ride height or maybe lower it a little bit?
What are you going for?
Performance with, you know, the looks are a nice bonus, but performance, because that's what we do.
Yeah. So it depends on what you're going performance-wise. So lowering a vehicle for drag strip, you know, and dig racing is not ideal. You do want some suspension travel in regards to street car setup. So, you know, we're joking about how high this VETTE is. These from the factory, I can actually lower the car. It has everything in place to lower it with adjustable dampeners and shocks. So I can drop it, which we've talked about, but it depends. If I'm going road coursing, absolutely. Yeah, I agree. You know, a nice flush wheel well, beautiful. But from a dig standpoint, it does make it more difficult. So a lot more dialing in, a lot more you have to rely on the suspension to do its thing. So it's dependent on what you're using the car for. If looks is more important than every last bit of 60 foot, then absolutely. But what?
Yeah,
did they make her go get it? Oh, and nobody went with Melissa to help her? Oh, okay. Oh, that's CJ? Okay.
He smelled pizza before he could see it.
Sorry. Loud cars.
Oh, there goes the jet car. That's gonna be real loud.
Yeah, idling in the staging lane is a killer unless you have an icy chiller.
That's why I waited till it was dead to go up, so I didn't have to sit.
That's true.
I see chiller. Could you, should you take
hold on, we got a question from David. He says he has the 286 with flex. Is it okay to leave the 286 alone, just add a lower pulley and retune it? Dave?
So rude. Don't they know we're doing a live stream?
Yeah, right? People racing on a live stream. Oh, the jet car's going, so maybe we'll close out with that if they go. Yes, David, you can technically do that. The lower will add about 3 pounds of boost to your current combination. So that's one of those. You absolutely can do that. We'll retune it. You should have everything in place fuel system wise to handle it. The only thing is you will be at a boost level that's not safe to abuse on pump gas. So we can, you know, introduce the boost bleed with our flex fuel so you can still drive it, but you will not want to abuse it if you do that pulley combination. But you have everything else in place to do so. So absolutely.
Let's go, Dan.
Larry asked, when do we get the C8? 2 months ago?
Yeah,
we've had it about 2 months now.
majority of the time it was just getting wrapped.
Yeah, majority, it was getting wrapped. We were waiting for parts to come in on it. Again, the wheels, I got custom wheels made. It's the first time I've ever bought a wheel that wasn't a performance modification, but they are lighter than stock, so it's justified. But yeah, it's bolt on at the moment. I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not. I traded for CA first, yeah, I don't know if I'm going to keep it or not. The plans were to do a heads cam setup and then eventually turbos, but I'm not 100% sure on it. So there you go, Chris. Get those heads on. Let's go. So, all right, back to could you, should you.
For the NA guys again, because it's NA summer. Everyone's NA except Dan, and I guess Arturo. But
nobody's NA here except me.
And me. I
Okay,
count.
Mr. Magnum.
Cam.
Okay,
He counts.
cars that are faster than 13.0.
Okay. What is your truck on? Oh, you're a Duramax Turbo. Never mind. Shut up. On NA cars. Whatever. They all blow up. On a NA car in the quarter, is it better to run a hood for the aero or run hoodless so you don't have the heat soak if you're sitting in the staging lanes? Thoughts?
That's a good one, and we've talked about it. Oh, hey, it's the wife. She's actually here. That's a good one. That's one I honestly don't have an answer. I don't know which one would be better. I will say this on the NA setups. A car show. I haven't been to a car show in probably 15 years. From an NA setup, the only issue we see is on the leave, right? So after you get up to speed, the airflow and everything allows the temperatures to drop where you drop down to basically ambient, right? That doesn't matter what intake, it happens with airflow. So the only reason on an NA car to run hoodless would be for the initial temperatures to try to reduce for the 60 foot. So I personally feel like it'd be, I don't know what type of aero effect it would have on that. I don't have data for that. Never really attempted it. You lose weight.
We can take my hood off today.
Hey, we could. You lose weight.
Talk about that.
I can talk about what I want. It's fine. You lose weight, but you might affect your aerodynamics. So losing weight, possibly reducing your temps on the leave to, I don't know. That's a really good one. And if anybody's done it before, let us know.
or Matco or.
Yeah, that's a good one, guys. I don't really know. But yeah, Brian, sadly I don't have time for car shows.
Did you, should you vacuum bleed your blower after taking it off?
Did he leave?
Yeah, he left and came back.
Okay, all right.
He was just doing a little driving.
Vacuum bleed or bullet. So bleeding these superchargers, guys, is a pain in the butt. Anybody that's ever tried it.
It's taken 30 minutes to get one.
Yeah, I mean, it's a pain in the butt. We sadly have somebody here that just put a blower on last night, and their blower's not bled, so they're seeing over 200-degree air charge temps. So
I mean, coolant lines going to the bricks. We took one off to see what was in there. It was literally bone dry. It wasn't like there was a film, dry as a whistle.
Yeah, so yeah, it's vacuum bleeders are worth their value in gold, guys. I mean, they every penny. Buy one, absolutely.
Live eating action. I still got the picture of when you were eating that Henry Wright took of you on the live.
Yeah.
And sent in.
Yeah. Roy, yes, our Demon 170 swaps work on super stocks, so that's not a problem at all.
For the flex setup?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah, somebody asked questions.
Is there a year requirement for those? Is it any?
Yeah, we found that, we originally thought it was 2018 and newer. We have found that some 2020 and older vehicles do struggle with it. It doesn't quite work as well as we would expect initially. So first couple testers we had was fine. A couple after that we ran into some issues. So yeah, it's one of those where we have our personal censored flex fuel, which technically has more features than the Demon 170. So after discussion with people, most opt for that. But I really need a haircut. Look at this, guys. My hair like flaring out on the sides. We'll have the girls cut it.
Got the Surfer Jeremy vibe.
Yeah. And we're sorry that the DC kit was the worst decision he ever made. I mean, more horsepower is better than none, but I've heard the same thing. Yeah, saying it's the worst thing he ever did. So
no, there are other places.
There's worse things out there. I will tell you that.
More money, less power.
So you're not in the worst case scenario
Stock
position with
injectors
your
type deal.
Yeah. So
y'all know who I'm talking about.
Yeah. Brian, no, you never just thought we're rocking a 12-second Corvette right now, man. It's, you know what I mean. It's all about having fun.
What did the RHO run?
What do you mean?
You said we're rocking a 12-second Corvette.
Yeah, the RHO is 1240s. I mean, so yeah. So Roy, just reach out, man. We'll take care of whatever you need to do. If you need to redo your DC kit, that's not a problem. Get flex, whatever you need. We'll
make
get
it faster,
you set up.
make it better. Yeah. Maybe a little bit of turbos. DC ain't doing that. They're kind of bums for that. So if you want those snails, we got you. We're not wimps about it.
Careful, that's Dodge. We like Dodge.
No, I don't. They're not making my Hellcat anymore.
Give us a call next week, Roy. We'll get you right, man. We'll get that off and get you a proper setup. That's not a problem. We can make it right, so we'll do it for you.
Ooh, last one that I can think of. Could you, should you build a car with a rebuilt title that you didn't wreck yourself? Because you know how bad you wrecked it.
Where is that? I don't even know how to answer that. I'm sorry. I don't even know.
Based on vehicles that have come in that we've seen that had rebuilt.
Oh,
titles.
You mean like that?
Yeah.
Yeah. I get where he's going with that. We've had recently too a lot of customers that are buying cars off Copart and trying to do builds on them, and the underlying issues that extend jobs and create headaches for both of us. It's just not a good experience. So I think it's something we're no longer going to be doing. It's just not worth it for us or the customer. We want to preserve a relationship and rather say no. So, I just that or have a very, very generous expectation that you're gonna, run into a lot of road stops and headaches and things like that. So.
Really cheap parts and see if they've been verified if they're stolen or not.
Oh,
yeah, that's a good.
Yeah, could
Larry, do you benefit more from a cam swap or an upgrading pulley? That depends on your combination.
My motor's good.
So, as an example, on a stock Hellcat, okay, if you just upgrade one pulley and injectors, you can pick up 120, 140 horsepower, where a cam alone might be 20, maybe 30. So if you're doing just mod versus mod, naturally pulleys can, bring in more power, right? Now the, benefit of a cam is it makes it more efficient, so you make more horsepower with less boost and less resistance. Yeah. So it's nicer on your engine and things like that. But sadly on these Gen 3 Hemis, cams don't necessarily gain a ton of power. They do make it more efficient, allowing for more power at less boost, just like anything. But you know, like an LS or you know on the Vette, right? We have a cam head setup ready to go that I'm told will add over 100 horsepower. So you know, you don't get that out of a Hemi. So it is different depending on the setup. So that one's very open because there's a lot of variations that can affect the end result. So just depends on the end goal and where you sit. But how much would a twin turbo Trackhawk make? I mean, we've had twin turbo Trackhawks make 1,500 plus. So again, it just depends on mod list, you know, the overall setup on it. You know, stock Trackhawks, if you're talking just throwing twins on it, generally compound boost, bone stock, everything, just compound boosted. We stop them at about 1,050, 1,100, give or take. If we got the blower, we've gotten them up to 1,200, 1,150, 1,200. So, but you know, that's again based on the specifications of everything that you need or have, I guess you could say. You know, built motor, trans, fuel system, this, that, and the other. It's however it's built. So, yeah, we got a nice one in the works. We've posted a picture of a aluminum block. So when I say that the block is aluminum rods, aluminum crank, big boy motor coming soon. So with a set of twin 68s. So that one will party. But yeah, that'll be another couple months on that one. Waiting on a couple other things. So what do you got? What else?
Should you build a car that's pretty much a race car? I'm talking 1,500 plus and expect it to still drive like stock.
No.
No, don't do it.
No.
Well, you don't count.
You have realistic expectations, though. You know it still vibrates and it still has corks to it.
Yeah. Man, I hate this car. It vibrates so much, and I put track suspension on it, and it's so stiff now.
So this is, I guess, a better way.
It's like getting mad at Subway.
Put it this way. Can you daily drive a 1,500 horsepower capable car? Yes, you can. Is it going to be like a stock car? No, it's not.
But is it fun?
Yes. Is it fun, Jeff?
When it works.
When it works, yeah. So,
also be realistic, it's not always going to work.
Right, yeah. So, I mean, that's the big thing is you hear these people all the time, you know, like, oh, I make 1,500 wheel. Yeah, that's when you're, you know, on number 600 boost controller and it turned up and got the Rod to God tune in it. But the fact is, most people don't drive on that, okay? So, the truth is that you're not going to have a 1,500 wheel horsepower capable Gen 3 Hemi driving around and drive and sound like a stock car. So it can be done. I mean, our shop car, it drove fine on the street. It just
vibrated a bit.
It vibrated a bit and it had the exhaust sticking out the bumper. You know what I mean? Jeff's car is a perfect example. I mean, that has a full exhaust on it with a boost actuated cutout. You know what I mean? And he drives it everywhere. I mean, it is a daily drivable car, but it's not stock. It thumps, it vibrates. It's just the nature of the beast. You got to reinforce things, and sometimes reinforcing things takes away the luxuries and the rubber components that absorb things. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's it. Where are we at? We're gonna try. Are they doing the jet car here? All right, we'll end this with the jet car. So, yes, yours, and you drive it all the time too. So, all right, I'm gonna get back to Tula, guys. Thanks for checking in. We're gonna get back racing. Jet car's about to go. So,
All right.
All right, gang. All right, we got the match of the season: jet car versus prep truck. Who you taking? Are you gonna race that jet car? Nah? Oh, come on. If he gives you the hit, I think you got him. Go forward. I think they're doing something to it now. But good God, you wouldn't have any idea how fucking loud this stupid thing is. It's a jet engine. You know, it's the things that are on planes, just in a car, on the ground. There's not much to it. Just kind of some metal with wheels and a jet engine. What do you think about it?
That's how I'm trying to head out.
That seems like a good daily right there. Come on, I want to see something happen to this sucker, baby. I think at one point in time that body is supposed to be a first-gen Mustang fastback. Do I know for certain? No. But I know that bitch starting. thing loud. Oh my God. My ears, y'all. I'm about to be deaf. Goodness. What? Yeah, no, I'm pretty good. I've never really been that good on hearing, so
good on hearing,
nothing's
period.
too much.
Yeah,
on Piru?
My fingers were covering my ear, and that was still like a shockwave.
Do it. Let's see that. Let's see those ears covered.
I fucking jumped.
Look at that. That's how he looks with the middle fingers for the haters.
That's how we do it.
That's how he does it for the all-wheel drive haters.
Put the fries in the bag, Josh.
Put the fries in the bag, Josh. Put the fries in the bag.
Stop, you're hurting him.
Put the fries in the bag.
You're hurting him.
When's Josh gonna appear on this live stream?
I don't know.
He's right here.
He was in Chicago. He's here right now.
Awesome.
When are you going to the Cancun's? All right. It's not fair. Rich people get to go racing every day. I only get to go once a month. All right. I think that's about it, guys. We kind of got stupid, kind of got funny, kind of got some permanent hearing damage. Gotta love it. What a good day at the track. Nothing better than that, you know? We got Mike over there. Should I go say hi to Mike, get him on the live stream? He'll probably beat me. Let's go give it a shot. Dave! You're getting on the live stream. This is Dave's son, also named Dave, the one with the white Mustang. He has a Fox body. How's that going?
It's coming.
It's coming? Did it run again then?
Yeah, oh yeah, it starts
Okay.
right up. We just need to fix the idle.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah. Asshole builds a car in the parking lot before mine's done. It makes me feel bad. We got old Mike. I think that's over weight limit. What up, Mike? Look at that smile on him. We have fun here, y'all. So I think that's about it. I don't know what else to talk about. I don't think you guys want to hear me gag on for 16 more hours. So I think I'm going to shut up, end the stream. Just going to make sure that J Money ain't got nothing to say. Let's see. Let's see. Hey, Jay.
What?
You got anything else to say?
Where's Cooley?
Yeah, where's Cooley?
Signing out.
Signing
We're gonna
out.
get back to racing.
Yep.
Yeah. Thanks,
Adios. Love y'all. We're gonna eat pizza. Bye bye.